Hey everyone, it's me, from terrifying towers to ghastly grounds. Here are the top 10 most haunted castles in the world. Number 10, Bran Castle, also known as Dracula's Castle. This Romanian castle is supposedly where Vlad the Impaler aka Dracula held his feasts after returning from his conquest of Transylvania in 1456. Ever since its bloody history, there have been rumors of hauntings within the castle walls. People have reported seeing shadowy figures dressed in medieval clothing wandering the halls, and many have felt an overwhelming sense of dread and despair while visiting. Legend has it that a cannonball went astray, killing or injuring more than 40 American soldiers, and ever since their spirits are said to linger. Visitors to the fort have reported hearing gunshots and cannon fire, even though these are not part of any reenactment. Others have seen the apparition of a headless drummer boy who is said to walk the ramparts every night at dusk. Would you dare spend a night here? Some believe that these are the ghosts of the many noblemen and royalty who were imprisoned and tortured here before being executed. It is said that the spirits of those who died here still linger, including the two young princes, the princes in the tower, who were murdered by their uncle, Richard III. The palace dates back to the 17th century and is said to be haunted by the ghosts of several former monarchs built in the 14th century. It is said to be haunted by the ghost of a young woman who died tragically. According to legend, the woman fell in love with a samurai, but when her father found out about the relationship, he had the samurai banished from the kingdom. Heartbroken, the woman jumped from the castle walls to her death. Now her spirit is said to wander the grounds, searching for her lost love. Visitors to the castle have reported seeing her apparition as well as hearing the sound of footsteps and whispers in the dead of night, including King Charles I, who was beheaded in 1649, and Mary Queen of Scots, who was forced to abdicate the throne in 1567. Other famous ghosts include the poet Robert Burns and the 19th century politician William Ewart Gladstone. Many of the palace's rooms are said to be haunted, but the most active areas are the Queen's Gallery and the Great Gallery. Other famous ghosts said to haunt the tower include Anne Boleyn, the second wife of Henry VIII, and Lady Jane Grey, the 17-year-old Queen of England. Visitors and staff have reported seeing their apparitions, as well as hearing the sound of footsteps and voices from another time period. Perched atop Castle Rock in Scotland, Edinburgh Castle is one of the country's most iconic landmarks, but it's also one of the most haunted. The castle dates back to the 12th century and has seen its share of violence over the years, including the infamous siege of 1680, when an outbreak of plague killed hundreds of Scottish soldiers. It is said that the soldiers' ghosts still roam the castle, along with the ghost of a piper who vanished into thin air while playing a tune one day. Could you imagine? Others say they are the souls of Vlad's victims, those unfortunate peasants who were rounded up and drained of their blood for his sadistic pleasure. Built in 1897, it is said to be haunted by the ghost of its former ruler, Maharaja Jayachamara Wadiyar. Paveglia Island was once used as a quarantine zone for people with the plague. Later, it became the site of a mental hospital where patients were subjected to horrific experiments. It is said that the island is now one of the most haunted places in the world, with visitors reporting sightings of ghostly figures, disembodied voices, and unexplained phenomena. Many of the island's buildings have since collapsed, leaving only ruins that are open to exploration, but it is said that those who enter the island's grounds do so at their own risk. Visitors have reported seeing his apparition walking the palace grounds, as well as hearing the sound of his royal chariot. Others have seen the ghost of a young woman who died tragically in a fire, as well as the spirit of a dog who is said to protect the palace from harm. Could you stay in a castle like this? Let me know in the comments below. Number 9, Castillo de Chapultepec. This Mexican castle was built in the 18th century and served as the home of the country's most powerful, but it wasn't until the 1960s that it officially became a hotel. Since then, guests have reported all sorts of strange activity, including hearing disembodied voices and footsteps, shaking beds and flickering lights. One of the most famous ghosts said to haunt the castle is that of a little girl in a Victorian nightgown. She is often seen standing at the end of the hallways staring at you. Others have claimed that the ghost of a former president still walks the grounds searching for his lost love, a maid who died tragically in a fire. Number 8, Hampton Court Palace. Built by Cardinal Wolsey in 1529, Hampton Court Palace was once the grandest house in England. Now a museum open to the public, it is said to be one of the most haunted palaces in Great Britain. Visitors and staff have reported seeing the ghost of Catherine Howard, one of Henry VIII's wives, who was executed for adultery. Other apparitions include the palace's architect Christopher Wren, who supposedly haunts the site where he was murdered, and the Blue Boy, a young boy in 18th century clothing who stands silently at the top of the King E's staircase before disappearing. Number 7. Fort Mifflin. Built in 1730, this Pennsylvania fort was the site of a bloody battle during the Revolutionary War. Number 6. Edinburgh Castle. Number 5. Mysore Palace. Located in the southern Indian city of Mysore, this palace is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the country. Number 4. Paveglia Island, technically not a castle, but a group of islands near Venice, Italy. Number 3. Tower of London. This iconic landmark has a long and bloody history, serving as both a royal palace and a prison. Number 2. The Palace of Holyrood House. This official residence of the Queen in Scotland is also one of its most haunted. Number 1. Himeji Castle. This Japanese castle is one of the most impressive examples of traditional architecture in the country. Thanks for watching. Which of these haunted castles would you love to explore? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time.